Before we start graphing quadratic functions in standard form, we're going to just practice finding the vertex first. So in the past two lessons, we used the grapher table to find the axis of symmetry and vertex. Once we're given the equation, we need to use a little formula to help us get there. So if we're given the equation y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, we are going to use the formula, the opposite of b over 2a, and that gives us our axis of symmetry. So it's really easy. Plug those numbers in, simplify, we have our axis of symmetry. After that, we are going to go ahead and plug that number that we find back into the equation to find the y value of the vertex. Okay, so it's a two-step process to find the vertex. We are going to start by doing the opposite of b over 2a, and then we're going to plug our answer in to find the y value. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice. For this problem, we're just going to find the axis of symmetry. So we're just going to do that first step. When you're doing this, I always like to label my a, b, and c. Make sure you include the sign. So a is 2, b is -4, c is 5. So the opposite of b over 2a. So if b is -4, this is telling me to change the sign. Okay, so if it's negative, I'll make it positive. Positive, I'll make it negative. So the opposite of 4 over 2, and that's part of the formula. You're always going to use a 2 down there. And then multiply that by your a, which is also 2. So if I simplify on the bottom, 2 times 2 is 4. So now I have the fraction 4 over 4, which reduces to give me 1. So my axis of symmetry is going to be at x equals 1. Let's do one more of those. Okay, a in this problem, remember there's an invisible 1, so a is -1, and over x squared. B is +6, and c is also -1. So now when I plug this in, the opposite of b for the top is going to be a -6. I'm going to change my sign. Always have a 2 in the bottom times our a, and in this problem our a is -1. We're going to simplify the bottom. 2 times -1 is -2, and then divide. So -6 divided by -2 is +3. So x equals 3 is my axis of symmetry. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do those next two problems, and I'm actually going to show you how we use the axis of symmetry to find the vertex. So you'll notice that the next two problems are the same. The only difference is in the directions. We're finding the vertex this time versus the axis of symmetry last time. Okay, so we're going to remember a was x equals 1 and b was x equals 3. So a we found x equals 1 and b we found x equals 3. To find the vertex, all we have to do is plug each of those values back into the equation. So we're going to do y equals 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 5. This part, okay, the 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 5, you can type right in your calculator, you'll get the answer. I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple steps. So 1 squared is 1, so I really have 2 times 1 minus 4 times 1 plus 5. So 2 times 1 is 2. 4 times 1 is 4. So now I can actually simplify those. 2 minus 4 is -2. -2 plus 5 is 3. So we just found that our y value is 3. So our vertex is going to be at the point 1, 3. Remember, this was our axis of symmetry. Okay, let's do that one more time. So in the first example, we went ahead and found our axis of symmetry for this equation is 3. So we're going to go ahead and plug that in. Y equals -3 squared plus 6 times 3 minus 1. Notice this negative is outside the parentheses. Okay, the only thing that's going in the parentheses is that x value, which is a +3. Using my steps, I'm going to go ahead and square the 3. So 3 squared is 9. And I'm just using order of operations for this. 6 times 3 is 18. So -9 plus 18 is 9. Minus 1 gives me 8. So we have the point 3, 8 for our vertex. Okay, go ahead and try that. We do have homework just over this. So once you try these guided practice problems here, so you have 2 more problems here. For each of those, you're going to start by finding the axis of symmetry, then you're going to find the vertex. Once you finish those, have those checked. We'll give you your practice problems, and you can move on. Tomorrow, you're actually, or in the next lesson if you get there, you're going to start graphing, actually coming up with a graph of a quadratic function in standard form. If you have any questions, let us know. Once you finish guys' practice problems, let us check them out so we can see how you're doing. Have a great day.